You think Uber surge pricing merely changes the fare, but the real tactic only needs your brain to feel behind. A small warning, a better option beside yours, a tiny friction point that makes the old choice feel unreliable. None of it needs to force a decision. What happens when that pause disappears for you? Most of them paid it. They didn't haggle, didn't wait, didn't walk. They tapped confirm on a price their sober morning self would have called absurd. That gap, knowing a price is unreasonable and paying it anyway, isn't a lapse in willpower. The question Uber's engineers never had to ask: why does urgency temporarily suspend your price judgment? That's the question worth sitting with. A Reddit user paid a $30 surge on a Saturday concert night and felt relieved. Not cheated, relieved. The ride before had a 4.75 times multiplier. That 4.75 tens number did something invisible. It became the standard. So $30 felt like a discount. The price didn't change the math. It changed the reference point. Behavioral economists call this anchoring. The first number you see doesn't just inform your judgment, it hijacks it. Every comparison runs through that original figure. That user didn't feel ripped off. They felt smart. That quiet relief is exactly how an anchor earns its keep. This isn't a pricing glitch. Behavioral economists call this price anchoring. The first number you see resets every comparison that follows. Not through logic, through contrast. Show someone a $1,200 jacket, then a $400 one, and the $400 jacket feels like a bargain. The anchor doesn't inform the decision, it quietly frames it. According to DealHub, retailers place the anchor price first because it recalibrates what reasonable means inside your head. Even when that first price is unrealistic, your brain isn't asking, is this worth it? It's asking, is this less than the first number I saw? That's the script. That's the habit. Keep the list visible. Your brain never reads a price in isolation. It reads it relative to the last number it encountered. That's the anchor, and it lands before reason enters. Uber shows you the multiplier first, 2.1x, then the dollar fare. That sequence is deliberate. The tactic works exactly as intended. Behavioral economists call this price anchoring. The initial figure presented becomes the cognitive baseline. The target was never the price, it was the sequence. Once you see the anchor first, your brain has already decided what reasonable means. High prices don't just signal cost, they signal worth. And your brain reads a high anchor as proof that something valuable is in front of you. Scoring a discount produces a genuine emotional reward. Salesforce's research on price anchoring confirms the win feeling is neurological, not rational. That reward is the second wire. It is the dopamine loop that makes paying less than the anchor feel like earning money you never had. Here's the cost. Every time a high anchor makes a price feel reassuring, your reference point quietly shifts, and what you accept as normal quietly rises with it. The concert ends. Thousands of phones open Uber simultaneously. The algorithm detects more demand than supply, and the price climbs before you've finished reading it. Surge pricing isn't random. It starts the moment passenger requests outpace nearby drivers, with real-time supply and demand calculated to the second. That's the market signal. But your nerves don't read supply chains. They read a shortage. Rare. Now. Disappearing. And hesitation feels like losing. The algorithm optimizes for efficiency. Your brain optimizes against loss. Surge pricing works because those two processes collide, and yours fires first. Uber's surge price isn't just measuring a shortage, it also intensifies the feeling, using real-time app data to make rides seem as if they are running out right now. The algorithm guides drivers toward high-demand zones. When rides seem limited, That signal prompts faster decisions and higher spending. Behavioral economists call this the shortage heuristic. Your brain reads, "Everyone wants this, not enough to go around," as proof of value. Every time, your brain is following a familiar habit, not failing at self-control. Now you can name that habit, and this changes what you do next. Here is the number that reframes everything. A 2019 study found Uber drivers earn more than twice the surplus under flexible surge pricing than rigid flat rates. The surge is the process working exactly as intended, not a glitch. Every dollar of friction it creates on your side flows directly to the other. The irrationality lives entirely on the demand side, not in the algorithm, not in the driver. Your reaction follows a familiar, predictable pattern. It is profitable for everyone except the person experiencing it as a feeling. Here's the part that nobody tells you. The surge fare you paid Saturday night, it quietly funded someone else's cheaper Monday morning commute. Wharton researcher Caitlin Daniels found that surge pricing lets Uber offer lower base fares during normal demand. The peak moments cross-subsidize the quiet ones. The process works as intended. In that urgent peak moment, you paid the quiet tax that balances the whole network. The architecture wasn't exploiting your impatience randomly. It was predictably profitable because urgency is the one moment your price resistance disappears entirely. An Econometrica study found something surprising. Surge pricing actually improves customer welfare. The research is real. The math checks out. Objectively, you came out ahead. So why does paying 2.4 TEMS still feel like losing something? Because your brain anchored to the base price first. Anything above that registers as a loss, not a trade-off. The study measures outcomes. It cannot measure whether you chose the trade-off or whether the anchor and shortage pressure chose it before you arrived. Ethics journals from 2015 to 2018 called surge pricing exploitative. But here's what those debates quietly skipped. The price was always there, on your screen, before you tapped. You saw the 2.4x. You read the number. You even hesitated. Then you tapped confirm anyway and still felt somehow like the decision wasn't really yours. That gap between seeing a price and feeling like you chose it is the real tactic. Behavioral economists call it perceived autonomy collapse under time pressure. The fairness debate was never the real question. The real question is, if you saw the price and still felt trapped, what does that say about how your choices actually work? The anchor was already set before you clicked confirm. Your benchmark came from the inflated number shown first, not last Tuesday's fare. Behavioral economists call this price anchoring. The first number you see resets what reasonable means. The shortage signal amplified it. A ticking clock and a seat counter told your brain to decide fast. Under pressure, the anchor held even tighter. The target was never your wallet. It was the absence of a stable reference point. Your brain filled that gap automatically. If this changed how you see money, subscribe for more wealth psychology stories.